What's up everyone, I'm Noob Plays Games, and today we're going to be talking about the Sword and Shield Vivid Voltage Reshizard League Battle Deck. Is it good, how you should use it, and should you make upgrades and changes to this deck? All that and more coming up next. Let's jump into what exactly is included in this deck and then how it is that you should go about playing it. So let's jump into Pokemon first. These are the Pokemon that are included in this deck. You see here, there's only 7 Pokemon, so there's not a lot. There's 4 Volcanions, there are 2 Reshiram and Charizard tag team cards, and then there's 1 Charizard and Braixen card. So there's not a lot of Pokemon in this deck, and there's a reason for that, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Next, we'll go into the real meat and potatoes of this deck, which is the trainer cards. The way that you play this deck is by using these trainer cards to get exactly the results that you want and buff up your Reshiram and Charizard. That's it. That's the whole point of this deck, is to beef up your Reshiram and Charizard as much as you can and then destroy the opponent in as little turns as possible. This Charizard and Braixen card, I rarely have it come up in my hand, and more importantly, I rarely use it at all. If you have no choice, you can use this as your attacker, but again, the main point of this deck is to pull out your Reshiram and Charizard tag team cards and just have them go apeshit on your opponent. So let's check out some of these trainers. We have Great Potion, Pokegear, Energy Spinner, Reset Stamp, Quick Ball, Pokemon Catcher, Fire Crystal, Tag Call, Switch Giant Hearth, Cynthia and Caitlin, Mallow and Lana, Welder, Green's Exploration, Professor's Research, and Vitality Band. And then we have 12 fire energies. So this deck is pretty straightforward, not a bunch of different types of energies, not a load of different Pokemon, but 7 Pokemon that are guaranteed to get you a win, and then trainers to facilitate that. So I just kind of breezed over the trainers here. If you're new and you don't know what all these cards are, don't worry, I'm about to go into it a little bit deeper and explain to you how you're even supposed to use these. Like I said, your goal is to get your Reshiram and Charizard card out and then buff it up with as much energy as you can and then kill your opponent in as little turns as possible. The goal here is to, number 1, win the coin toss, and number 2, go second. Going second gives you a huge boost to the viability of this deck. The reason why is you hope to get a Volcanion, and if you do get a Volcanion, you can put 1 energy on him, and if you use this Flare Starter attack, you can search your deck for a fire energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon. If you go second and it's your first turn, instead you search for 3 fire energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. So what you want to do is hopefully go second, get this Volcanion out as your first Pokemon, attach 1 fire energy to it, and then use Flare Starter to put 3 fire energies onto your Reshiram and Charizard. That's the ideal first attack. You get 3 energies onto your Reshiram and Charizard in your very first turn. Now that is just the Volcanion. But what else we want to do in this first turn is go to our trainers and hope that we either get a Pokegear to find some supporters that we want, or get this Energy Spinner. This Energy Spinner is similar to the attack that you get here on Volcanion with Flare Starter. If you get this Energy Spinner and you use it on your first turn and you're going second, you can search your deck for 3 energy cards instead of 1. So if you use this Energy Spinner any other turn, you only search your deck for 1 energy. But if you're going second and it's your first turn and you use this Energy Spinner, you get 3 energy cards. So that's really important as well. And if you get this Pokegear, you can search the top 7 cards of your deck and find a supporter. You can hopefully get this trainer card and do Energy Spinner and get 3 extra energies. If you don't get those in your hand, you can potentially use one of these other trainer cards like Green's Exploration. This is going to be one of the main cards that you're going to be using. This trainer / supporter card is going to be the bread and butter of how you're going to win with this deck. So if you don't have this Green's Exploration in your hand in the very beginning, hopefully you've got this Pokegear and you can search for that Green's Exploration. So what does Green's Exploration do? This is, like I said, a super powerful card. When you play it, you search your deck for 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them back into your hand. The trainer cards we have in this deck are super strong, and you can actually use Green's Exploration to take 1 trainer card and another Green's Exploration. So it's essentially like using a genie to wish for more wishes. So when you pull out this Green's Exploration, you can find 2 trainer cards that you want out of your deck, or you can pull 1 trainer card and another Green's Exploration, and the next turn you can search your deck again for 2 more cards. So you want to find this Green's Exploration, and what you want to pull out in your first turn is a Welder, and depending on the matchup, you also want to find a Giant Hearth. What Giant Hearth does is it's a stadium card, you play it on the field, and once per turn you can click on it, discard a card, and then draw 2 fire energy cards from your deck. So let's talk about the ideal first turn with this deck. And this is why it's so strong. You flip the coin, you get to go second. All you need is a Volcanion. Whatever else you draw doesn't even matter. It'd be nice to also just top deck this Reshizard, but if you don't have it, it's fine. You'll get this Volcanion out your first turn, and you'll have a handful of trainers. You'll either have this Pokegear so you can search for your Green's Exploration. You'll have this Energy Spinner so you can automatically get 3 more energies in your hand. You might have this Quick Ball so you can automatically get your Reshizard out. You might have this Tag Call, which lets you pull out your Reshizard and another tag team, which could be a trainer like Cynthia and Caitlyn or Mallow and Lana. You're going to have this switch. You might have a Fire Crystal, which lets you take 3 energies out of your discard pile, which will be important later. You might have this switch or Giant Hearth. But the cool part is that all of these trainer cards are very synergistic, so you're going to have some of them. And like I said, the ideal first turn is for you to go second and get this Volcanion out. Use either this Quick Ball or use this Tag Call, either one, to pull out your Reshizard. So now you've got a Volcanion out as your main Pokemon, you've got a Reshizard on your bench, you use your Pokegear to try and find your Green's Exploration, or if you've just got Giant Hearth, or you've got a Welder already in your hand, or if you've already got a Green's Exploration in your hand, that's perfect. You play all your energies, then you use Volcanion's Flare Starter, you get 3 more energies onto your Reshizard, and at the end of your first turn, you should already have either 4 or 5 energies on your Reshizard. That Reshizard's on your bench, it's already pumped up with energies, and you've got a Volcanion as your main Pokemon, and it's got 1 energy on it. So after your opponent takes their turn, doesn't really matter what they do, then your next turn you can put 1 more energy onto Volcanion, and now this High Heat Blast does 110 damage, which after 1 or 2 turns should kill whatever Pokemon your opponent has out. But at whatever time you want, you can use your trainers to find a switch and switch your Reshizard into the attacking position and then just start smoking your opponent. Also, you've got this reset stamp for later in the game if you want your opponent to shuffle their hand into their deck. You can also use this Pokemon Catcher if you want to switch their active Pokemon for a weaker one and take some prizes like that. We also have, like I said, this Fire Crystal. So if you have your Reshizard get killed and all the energy goes into your discard pile, you can use one of these Fire Crystals to put 3 of those energy cards from the discard back into your hand. Again, we have Tag Call to find your tag team cards, either your second Reshizard or can be a Cynthia and Caitlyn or a Mallow and Lana. Cynthia and Caitlyn is going to be strong because you can put any of your supporter cards from your discard pile back into your hand. So that could be your Green's Exploration, that could be a Welder, that could be another Mallow and Lana. But yeah, this is really a strong card also if you've already used some of your stuff and your opponent has somehow weathered the storm. You can use these cards to pull your supporters back out and start using them again. This Mallow and Lana is great. You can switch your active Pokemon with someone from your bench and then heal 120 damage from the Pokemon coming back to the bench. That's another strong card. The main cards you're going to be using here, like I said, are going to be Giant Hearth here to just pull energy from your deck all the time. Pokegear in the beginning to get your supporters. Mallow and Lana for swapping from the bench and healing. And then it's also going to be Green's Exploration. This Green's Exploration, you're going to use it non-stop to find exactly the cards that you want. So that's it really. You want to pump up your Reshizard from the very beginning. Hopefully you can get out your Volcanion, go second. Your first turn, you get 3, 4, or even 5 energies onto your Reshizard first turn. Second turn, you use a swap and automatically kill whatever Pokemon is out there. Or if that Pokemon that your opponent puts out there is not that strong, you can just drop 1 more energy onto Volcanion and have it do 110 damage and just easily kill whatever Pokemon they put out. And then when it's time, drop out your Reshizard for the kill. So this can kill people in 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, or it can just really demoralize your opponent and maybe after 3 or 4 turns they quit. I've had it to where I had a decent hand in my first turn, I go second, and I did put 5 or 6 energies onto this Reshizard the very first turn. So I have a Volcanion with 1 energy. I have a Reshizard on my bench that's fully energied up, and the opponent, they just quit. You know, after 2 or 3 turns, they just give up. So this deck is strong. It's a very fast deck. It's got only 7 Pokemon in it, so you're supposed to draw exactly what you want, get your Reshizard out there, and start crushing people before they can set up their hand and do all kinds of stuff. It works really well, but there's a few decks that you can go up against that really give you problems. Any Pokemon that can't take damage from GX or V type Pokemon, obviously you've only got 7 Pokemon in this, and 4 of them are Volcanions. So if you do go up at decks like that, you could try to use your Volcanion just to do all the damage, but it could cause some problems for you. On our next video, I'm going to show you how you can actually edit this deck just to make it a little bit stronger and more versatile versus other decks that might stop you from attacking with GX or V type Pokemon. But enough talk for now, let's jump over to the ladder and show you how to use this deck. Hold on, quick interruption. Noob Plays Games here, and just wanted to say we hit 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So thank you to everybody who's been a part of it so far. That's just the beginning. Our next milestone is going to be 200 subscribers. And once we hit that 200 subscribers, I'm actually going to be giving away a code to this entire Reshiram Charizard deck. So if you like the deck I'm talking about in this video and you'd like it totally free, help the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment on all the videos that I'm posting. That way when we get to 200 subscribers, I can give away this deck. Alright, that's enough for me. Back to the video. Alright, so let's jump into another versus match. I think we're going to go with our Reshiram and Charizard deck. We're pretty close to getting some Vivid Voltage packs here. And then we're also almost to this Cobalion GX. I don't know that I'll ever use this card, but hey, it's a GX card and it's holographic, so what do I have to complain about? Alright, so it looks like we're going to go up against XMKBKX something. They're going to call the coin flip. We lose. Hopefully they go first. Okay, well, if he would have went first, we probably would have been in pretty good shape. Us going second is not great with this deck, but we'll still figure it out. We also have a pretty crappy draw here with Braxton going out first. We really want to get Volcanion out on our first turn, and maybe Energy Spinner as well. Unfortunately, we're not going second, so we don't get the boost from Volcanion or Energy Spinner, but at least it could have helped us to set up one of our Pokemon here. Again, as you see, we don't really have any energy, so I guess we'll go Supporter here and see what we can pull out. Well, Welder is decent if we had any energy cards. Unfortunately, we don't, so I guess we'll just have to pull this Welder. Not that great of a start for us here. What's the next thing we want to do here? Okay, we might be able to salvage this. Let's discard... What do we want to discard? Let's discard this Quick Ball. And let's pull out a Volcanion. Let's put the Volcanion on the bench and then finish our turn. So what I'm hoping we can get done here is if we actually get a single energy, I'll do a switch, put out the Volcanion, and I'll start doing this Flare Starter to put energy onto our Reshiram Charizard. Well, we still have 0 energy. That is really bad for us. Man, this is a terrible hand to throw away too, just because we have 2 of our switches. Man, this is pretty tragic. Alright, we're going to just have to use one of our switches right now, and then throw away our hand. Hope we get some energy. Well, we did get a single energy, which is what we were kind of hoping for there. Let's see what else we can get. Professor's research. Nothing that we want again. So pretty tragic. We'll take this welder though. Let's see. We can pull out our other Charizard and Reshiram. And then we'll also go Malo and Lana. Right? Actually, Cynthia and Kaylin is looking pretty good. Okay, that's fine. So we'll put out our other Reshizard here, and then we're going to use our Flare Starter. Drop an energy on our Reshiram and Charizard. Next turn, we're going to be able to drop 2 of these fire energies from our hand using this welder onto our Reshizard, and hopefully we draw an energy. Then we'll be able to put 3 energies on our Reshizard next turn. What does this guy do? 120, 60 plus. Okay. So next turn, he'll do 60 plus 20 damage for each energy, 24, 6. So he'll do 120 next turn and kill our Volcanion. So let's hope we can get our Reshizard put out there. Okay, there's 3 energies. There's 4 energies. What do we need? 4. That's it, right? Now we can start setting up our other Reshizard. 120. 4. We put 2 more energies here so we could do double blaze. What do we want? What do we want? I guess we're gonna set up our Reshizard here. Hopefully we can get our double blaze ready for 6. Yeah, so next turn we can drop this energy onto our Reshizard. He'll have 6, meaning double blaze is ready, flare strike is ready. We'll use a... well, I guess he'll kill my Volcanion right now. If he doesn't, we'll use this Malo and Lana. Okay, we actually are pretty happy that he killed that Volcanion because I didn't want to waste this Malo and Lana just to put out the Charizard and Reshiram. But luckily he killed our Volcanion, which played directly into our hand. Thank you very much. I think we'll go Green's Exploration here, and we'll go Fire Crystal. We're gonna need... here we go. Giant Hearth is what I really wanted. And we'll go another Green's Exploration. So essentially it's like we're asking a genie, we're wishing for more wishes using this Green's Exploration. We get our Giant Hearth for free. We get a second Greens so we can just use it again to get more cards later. So pretty awesome. What do I want to discard here? I think I'm going to discard this Volcanion. Get 2 more energies. Thank you very much. We'll start putting these onto our other Reshiram Charizard. 120, so we'll do our Flare Strike here. Pow! 210 damage to this Darkrai. No problem. Okay, we get another Volcanion. Purloin, I guess, is out. This poor little cat Pokemon is about to die. What else I got in here? Dino. Okay, what does Rocky Helmet do? Put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's put this Volcanion out here, actually, and let's use... let's see. Put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. So I think we're going to go with the Welder. And we can pump up this Volcanion, I think. Oh, okay, we can't do it yet. What do we want? I was gonna say maybe we could put out this Volcanion to do 110 damage for some of these little Pokemon, but I guess 30. What do we want to do here? I don't want to waste my GX on this little baby Pokemon. So maybe we just do our 30. It's so small. Alright, so at least our Outrage is going to do an extra 20 damage. So it'll do 50 damage next time because we have damage counters on us. Okay, well, we win. No problem. Alright, well, there you go. Reshizard deck for the win. You know, it's interesting about this Reshizard deck. Okay, mystery box reward, 25 Pokecoins. You know, it's funny about this Reshizard deck is it's super strong. We didn't even get that good of a start. If we actually get to go second and we get a Volcanion right away, and then we get our Reshizard as well, the Volcanion automatically puts 3 energies onto Reshizard. If I have a Blacksmith, I put another 2 onto Reshizard. So I've played games where my Reshizard actually has 5 or 6 energies on it after just the first turn, and then the second turn I put him out and start doing full damage on turn 2. And if my opponent is not set up with anybody on their bench, or they just got a couple of Pokemon, in 2 to 3 turns we just automatically win. So yeah, this Reshiram and Charizard deck, super strong. We're going to be using it for more and more wins here. So let's, I guess, jump into another one and see how we do. Hopefully we can get a decent play here. If we can go second, and if we can get our Volcanion in our first turn, that would be ideal. If we could get Energy Spinner and Volcanion in our first turn, we'll get a ton of extra energy. No, we will go second, so that's good. Let's see, Volcanion. Okay, we do have a Volcanion. We've got a Greens Exploration. We have a Quick Ball, so not too bad. We can put out our Volcanion here. And we can use a Quick Ball to pull out our Reshizard. And then on the first turn, we can put 3 energies on our Reshizard. And we can do Green's Exploration. We can get a Giant Hearth and a Welder. So we can get a whole bunch of energy down really quickly. I think this is going to be a great first hand as long as he doesn't Marnie us just straight away. Guess he's got a fire and water deck. I don't know what kind of deck has fire and water, but okay, another one of these decks, huh? Where they purposely have a small amount of Pokemon just so they get exactly what they want, but they have to mulligan over and over again. Okay. So I think we have a pretty clear win condition right now. We will use our Ultra Ball. Get rid of this. We'll find our Reshizard. Boom. Done. Put this out. Put this on him. Then we'll go Green's Exploration in order to get a, I guess maybe an Energy Spinner for 3 more energy. And maybe another Green's Exploration. I think that's ideal. So we'll play our Energy Spinner, get 3 more energies straight away, which is awesome. We'll play our Pokegear. Hopefully we get a Blacksmith. Yes, awesome. That's what we wanted. Then we will do Flare Starter, put 3 more energies onto our Reshizard here. Boom. Bang. Oh, actually, we'll put 1 over here for High Heat Blast. High Heat Blast is about to do 110 damage next turn to this poor little 70 Charmander. So we might win second turn. You see all the energies we have. We've got a Welder. We've got our Switch. We've got everything we need. During this turn, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 extra damage. Okay. Did 60, which is nothing. And we'll drop this. We'll do a Welder. Okay, our Reshizard is already full energy. Not that it matters though, because we're about to win. Pose 110. There you go. And that's how you win with the Reshizard deck. If you have even a decent first hand and you get to go second, you see the Volcanion puts 3 energies. And then you get a Green's Exploration, you get out your either your Hearth or, like you saw, an Energy Spinner gives you another 3 energies and a Welder. You can drop 2 more energies on the next turn with your 1 energy just that you're allowed to play. So, I mean, you saw we had a handful of energies too, so if you pulled out something right at the end there, it didn't even matter. We have so many energies set up. We've got a full energy Reshizard. We've got a Volcanion out there doing 110 damage each turn, so yeah. That's what happens if you get even a decent first draw with the Reshizard deck. If you go second, you have a good chance of winning. Alright, another 25 Pokecoins and another win with the Reshiram and Charizard deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.